Welcome to episode 57, 58.
It's 57. That's not your line. I'm supposed to say that.
Well, you're too busy looking at Instagram. You're not even doing it.
Hey, bro.
You're going to get fired, Jamie.
I'm Joe. You're Jamie, if anything. What do you think this is? I'll just pick up my coffee cup. Oh, wait.
Fuck you.
Oh, wait.
I took a nap, so I'm extra spunky.
Yeah, and
How
I'm
long
exhausted.
of a nap was that?
A couple hours?
It wasn't a couple hours.
It was like 3:30 to 5:30.
I was awake.
So you're going to be bouncing off the walls at like 10 o'clock, and I'm going to be like,
Bouncing off of you.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I'm tired. I'm fatigued.
That's supposed to be the woman's excuse.
Well, I have a headache, so... My head hurts, I'm tired. I need a massage.
Okay, remember the last episode where it was like my knees weren't built for that right now? You're like, oh, it never happens? Yeah. Maybe it was about to. And you don't even know. So, you just ruined your chances.
Uh-huh. If you want it bad enough, you know.
I'll take it. Don't you worry.
What was we were going to talk about something.
Do you have a question of the day?
I do not. I wasn't really ready to start recording. You just kind of were like, let's go. That's why I was looking at my phone to recap some notes.
Okay, I got a question for you. If you had one drink and one drink only for the rest of your life, what would you drink? Beer, tea, Diet Coke?
I have to drink that all the time?
All the time.
So,
Every
like, if
day,
I'm thirsty in the
long,
morning, I got to drink beer?
For the next 50 years.
I mean, the healthy decision is water, obviously.
It's boring.
Because you also can't drink beer at work. You know, so imagine.
No one said you couldn't. Does it say it in your handbook? You should read your handbook.
Pretty.
Last time I worked where you worked at, there was a thing in the handbook that said you can have up to 2 alcoholic beverages at lunch. I got bored one day and read
I don't think that's accurate.
It was in 2013.
Yeah, I would go water if that's all I can ever drink again for health purposes. But beer is not as far away as you would think. Because I think I could drink a beer for breakfast and have one during the day at lunch.
To be honest, Miller Lite is what? 70% water?
Well, I mean, if it's 5% alcohol, it's 95% water.
Well, there you go.
So, I mean...
So it's like drinking sparkling water.
I mean, basically.
Yeah.
I have trouble getting drunk unless I'm really working at it. Like Shane Gillis, he's got to drink like 37 beer. Like, I mean, you have to like drink them fast to get drunk.
Yeah, you do.
It's not like
like when we drink.
I've gotten to the point where now I don't even like drinking them that much.
Like when we're by the pool, because like you
just
drink like 2 or 3 in like a 3.5 hour period or whatever.
You're just sweating and like it's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quenching your thirst, but there's no buzz. Like,
but okay. Show us in the comments, like please watch our episode and show us in the comments how many of you, when you do something outside, like yard work, working on the car, washing the dog, like anything outside first thing in the morning. When I say morning, it's like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. That when you come in, all you want is something so cold, but when you open the fridge, that Miller Lite is just calling your name.
I don't think a
Or
lot
is that
of
just us?
I think it's just us. Like we may. I mean, there's people that do it, but like a lot of people don't drink like we do, and like.
So are we alcoholics?
Here's what I would say. I think it's hard to, and people are gonna laugh at this. I think it's hard to be an alcoholic drinking beer, and let me preface this by saying, if you drink 40 beers a day,
Then
you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
If you drink 5 or 6 beers a day, people could say, oh, like people that don't drink are going to say you're an alcoholic, but a true alcoholic would be like, I drink 5 or 6 beers for breakfast. Like, I mean,
there's no better line than what's his name in Billy Bob. What's his name?
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton in Landman. He's sitting in the bar and he asks the guy for another beer, and he says, "You want something stronger?" Or what does the bartender say? Do you remember?
I'll do this part, okay? He says, "Do you want something else to drink?" And he goes, "No, I'll stick with beer. I quit drinking." And he says, well, that has alcohol in it.
It's a Mick Ultra.
And he says, this is a Mick Ultra. He said,
He's like, I can drink 20 of these. He's like, but give me your whiskey bottle and let's see what happens.
No, he says, I'll drink 6 of these, and then I'll come back tomorrow, and you pour me 6 whiskeys, and you tell me there's alcohol in these, or something like that. Right? He's like, it'll be a different show. Okay. I'm Googling this.
Totally true. The definition of
alcoholic. It says an alcoholic is a person who exhibits a pattern of alcohol use that meets the following criteria.
Oh, shit.
Impaired control, inability to stop or reduce alcohol use despite negative consequences. I have no negative consequences, such as job loss, relationship problems, or legal issues. I've none of that.
Well,
what?
I had that one time.
You got fired for drinking?
No.
What? Legal issues. Well, when you're 23 and you get
and your husband introduces you as your girlfriend and not your fiance to his ex-girlfriend.
Well, you may have a drinking problem because you were just pounding shots anyway. Persistent craving or desire, a strong urge or need to drink alcohol. I think everyone's an alcoholic then. Tolerance, the need for increasing amounts of alcohol to achieve desired effects. So that's not true either, because sometimes if I come in and I drink 2 beers, I stop drinking because I don't, the effects make me tired, and then I'm like, I'm like, no.
It's already relaxed.
I got to stay awake for 3 more hours with the kids and stuff. I can't be, withdrawal symptoms. I've never had that, but of course,
say physical or
what? Psychological discomfort, physical or psychological discomfort when alcohol use is reduced or stopped. I mean, I stop every day when I go to work, so I'm good on that.
I stop when I cleanse and I fast.
Neglect of responsibilities.
Nope.
Alcohol use takes precedence over other obligations such as work, family, or social events. I mean, other than work, you can drink around your family and at social
only social events.
Yeah.
When I'm around certain family members, I have to drink.
Continued use despite negative consequences. Persistence in drinking despite experiencing health problems, legal problems, or social stigma.
We don't have any of these problems.
I think we're in the clear here. We're just good times. I mean,
Johnny Good Time over here.
I think people that
there are people that abuse it, and maybe they take things to go with their alcohol, but we don't do shit like that.
I think if you're drinking every night until you black out,
you got a problem.
Until you're this, but having 6. That's the other thing is having 6 or even having 8 beers. If I drink 8 beers between 5 and 11, that's a long time. That's I walk in and I might drink 2. You drink 1 with dinner, and then I might drink 1 an hour later, and then 2 more before bed. Or that's not
I don't know if it's a weird flex for people, but people always post the memes when you go for mimosas and you're following in bushes. Who? I don't do that.
Well, you have. You've definitely fallen down drunk.
I've definitely have fallen down before.
But you've been better lately.
But I don't.
No.
But I fall down sober.
That's true.
So you can't stand the alcohol.
That checks out. I'll verify that.
I ran into a cabinet at the office the other day, and I asked them, I was like, guys, we got to baby-proof this cabinet. I ran right into it.
Oh, God.
I'm not feeling burpy tonight. We didn't eat Italian or Mexican. So I don't know what's going to happen, guys.
I'm over here. I'm winning at this point.
Stay tuned. I did have buffalo chicken.
Jesus. What?
Can we talk about my one topic and then you can talk about yours?
Yeah. That's why I was looking at some of the stuff here I had saved. But yeah, go ahead.
Has anyone seen the viral video of the hockey player beating the shit out of a guy on the golf course?
You guys need to get off the golf course.
Yeah, we will, man.
No, now. Pack up, go now. Get in your car and go.
I don't know what you're doing. You're not scaring anybody. You're just making yourself.
Hey, man. Come on, man. Hey.
Off to a good start, buddy.
I fucking told you. Man, leave him alone.
You want another?
He
You
just
want one
fucking
too?
came at me.
Leave him alone, man.
I got it all on record.
around the goal.
I got it all on record.
Around the goal.
Bang!
Hey,
You wanna fucking go, guys?
leave him alone. Hey, leave him alone, man.
I wouldn't keep going back, you fucking moron.
Bang!
Hey,
Bang!
come on, man.
Bang!
No, I'm not trying to get in there. Like, just like, fuck me.
Enough!
Are you still cheering on, you fucking
Enough! Get out!
Hey.
Enough!
Things going well for
Hey,
him.
Leave him.
get him the fuck out of here!
Leave this stuff.
No, it's not going to go well for him.
It's not okay.
Take him home or get
I
him
asked
fucking
him
out of
to
here.
fucking get moving! I said stop looking like an idiot!
Get out of here.
I mean, it rang Happy Gilmore like
Well,
bang, bang.
I can put it in here. Like I'll insert it, but basically, Sam said she saw another video of it, and they got in. The guy was being a jerk, and then
The guy wouldn't play on. He was like
let him.
getting-
He wanted to play. The guy that's beating the hell out of the guy wanted to play through.
right.
So what it says though in the caption is that it's a former NHL professional hockey player
From Canada.
Yeah, and he's like 6'5", 250, and he's just beating the hell out of
But
this
he told
guy.
him, the guy even
So
told him,
funny.
he's like, we're just trying to play through it. And the guy was, clearly the guy that got his ass beat was drunk or on something.
No, they were just drunk. Like, some people, like I got a buddy that plays golf, and he said he'll like if
Did
he
you send it to him
no
and ask him?
no
You should.
I should, but he goes like they'll tee off at 8:00. He said he'll drink
A case of beer.
he'll drink 3 beers on the way to the course, like in his truck on the way, and then chug one there, and when they get there, and then he said he drinks at least 1 beer per hole. The first time I ever went to like a work function with him, he drinks a beer in 2 gulps. He drinks one, like the first gulp is half the beer, and then a minute or 2 later, the second gulp is the rest of it. Like we were tailgating before a Christmas office party, which I'm not making a good case for the whole alcoholic thing, but it was a party. So we were having an office party, but it was at the Jaguars stadium.
Jaguars.
So I was like, I brought a cooler full of beer. I'm like, I mean, what are we? It's after work. Like, what are we doing here? And some of the executives, like the higher ups, were like, "Are you guys tailgating?" And I was like, "It's a Christmas party." Like, yeah. I mean, I don't even think it was a Christmas party. It was a year-end celebration.
Yeah, it was something like that.
So yeah, it was, and I was like, yeah. I was like, I mean, what?
Those big companies can't call it Christmas party.
Yeah, and so we like it wasn't like we were, but like I handed him a beer. This is the first time I drank with it, and it was literally just like go, and it looked like a normal sip. And then he did it again, and he's like, "Can I get another one?" And I was like, "Did you already drink that?" Like, and I was talking to it, like we were looking at each other. And I was like, "Did you already drink that?" I had cracked mine and had like maybe 2 sips, like just. We're just standing there talking to 5 or 6 guys that we worked with, and it was the craziest. Like he drank, like I was like, I didn't bring that much beer, like because he knocked down like 3 or 4 within 5 minutes.
Oh, that's a weird burp. Don't post that one.
Well, it's kind of in there, but the whole thing was funny because we were going into a open. It was an open bar at the party.
A work function.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, I'll post the hockey fight, or not hockey fight, but the golf
It's
thing.
just funny because he literally, as he was punching the guy, was saying bang, bang, bang.
The guy just kept coming.
And he threw him into the pond.
Well, you know what we should do?
Did you see I don't know if I'm pretty sure I sent it to you, but you don't watch all my stuff. But they put a flag up that says RIP
on that golf course?
on the golf course next to the pond.
I would like to find and see if anyone has found the guy to hear what his comments are. The guy that got his ass kicked. And maybe the guy that beat him up. We'll research that. We'll see if we can find it.
We need to research it because I would like to know if the guy tried to sue him or
He came at him. That was the funny thing is that his buddy's he's like, hey man, stop. It's like he's doing it.
He did. So if you watch the video, the guy with the dark hair lunges at the hockey player guy, and the hockey player is like, let's go, and starts beating the crap out of him.
I'm really struggling over here. Why won't this thing pop? Wait. I don't think it's going to work. Maybe it's because it's too tight? Hang on, guys. There it goes.
Oh my god.
God. So these are like, I don't know if we talked about this. I think we did. But like you put the little pressure hole in here, and it lets the air go in faster.
So, does anyone remember the blue Miller Lite
We talked
cans
about that.
that came with the
It was
holes?
already pre-cut. That was when we started doing it. It came with a little tool. That was like probably 10
We
years
still
ago.
have the tool.
Yeah.
It's in one of the doors.
I wish they would bring that back. That was awesome.
I wish they'd bring back the blue cans. Like the when
What if they
brought-
would do the pop tops?
when they-
Like in the 50s? You know, they used to have the ones like,
that'd be
it would
awesome.
pop and you pulled the whole top off. So
Miller-
the whole can was open.
Miller Lite, if you're listening, maybe a special edition next summer. Little
I'm
pop-tops.
sure all the executives at Miller Lite are tuned into our podcast and they'll get it.
Well, if enough of our viewers would watch it and share it, maybe they would. But I'm just saying, like, it was really cool. I remember when the white cans came out, we were like, oh, retro cans.
Now it's just kind of meh. You got to change it up.
But I miss the blue cans. Every once in a while, I see on my memories on Facebook,
Jesus.
we're drinking the blue cans.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Way back.
That was a cool blue color.
All right, you ready to get into my list? My list I have?
Sure. Let's go.
All right, so this is 10 mysterious UFO sightings.
Which I haven't seen anything about it.
Nope, I found it, and I really didn't dive into this. So this one says, some of these I'm sure I've heard of, but we'll go through them.
Well, I haven't heard hardly any of them.
This one says, we're not crazy, in parentheses. Will pilots tell Yellowknife air controllers in 2023? It says Canadian air traffic controllers and pilots couldn't identify two white lights moving in a circular pattern. Hang on. Jesus, why am I burping so much? Reported over Canada's Northwest Territories in 2023. And this is just kind of a transcript. It looks like, good evening, just wondering, do you got two planes that are just to the east of your field doing circuits or maneuvers? Jesus. A crew member aboard a Canadian North flight headed to Yellowknife asked air traffic controllers. It was just before midnight on January 29th. Negative, I have no reported traffic in the area. Air traffic controller replied, do you have visual on something? The crew of the twin turboprop aircraft has somewhat hesitantly replied, yeah, we're looking at two dancing lights to the east of your field. This might be a video they got here. They're above us about, I don't know what, we're not seeing them on the traffic collision avoidance system, but we can't see the lights moving around. And then
So
the
air
guy on the
traffic
crew
control can see them, but it's not on like the radar.
No,
thing.
this is the guy, the pilot saying
Oh.
that, and he said, "There's a pause before the crew member radios back. We're not crazy." And then the air traffic controller says, "No, we believe you." So I have not heard
Shit, I have to fly on Tuesday.
of that one, but I have heard a lot about like air traffic controllers and stuff talking about it. This second one has been around a while. This is the Phoenix Lights, which I almost did some research on it to do an episode about. I can probably put this. Let's play this video so you can see it. This is 22 minutes of video, so we're not gonna watch this whole thing.
No.
But this is like, these were Phoenix. It was in 1997, and there was just a bunch of like, that's what like some of these are. It's just a string of lights.
Is it more in Arizona because that's where Area 51 is, or?
That's what, I mean, they say like Arizona, Nevada out there has a ton of like, even like New Mexico, some of like, it's like those wide open, just where it's desert. But there was just a bunch of lights that just stayed up there. Let's see if it says here. And this was recorded, and it was a ton of witnesses, but it said they reported seeing a large triangular-shaped object flying over Phoenix, Arizona. The object was described as being massive in size, silent, and emitting a series of lights. Despite the numerous eyewitness accounts and photographic evidence, the Phoenix Lights incident remains a topic of debate and speculation. Some believe that the object was a secret military aircraft, while others believe it's extraterrestrial spacecraft. There is a bunch of stuff on this, so we could kind of look into it a little bit.
And actually have an episode about it.
Yeah, that's one of the more famous ones. I'm scrolling through the list here to see if there's any other ones. I haven't heard of most of these. I thought it was going to be a list of stuff I actually knew about.
Well, there you go.
These are kind of...
So I told him, I said, I think our last episode of all the the top
Different
whatever
ones.
conspiracies was a good episode. And I was like, well, that's like phenomenon. And he said, how about UFO sightings? So tonight we're going to do.
I literally
the top
didn't read through
UFO
this. It's
stuff.
I just Googled like a list and I was like, oh, this looks like a cool list. I've heard of this I think it's Rendlesham Forest incident. It was in 1980 in
the UK.
The UK, yeah. This was one. This was at a military base. And
You don't hear about them being.
there's been some podcasts and stuff I've heard where they talked about this, but it was at a military base. So it said they encountered an unidentified glowing object in the forest, which they described as being metallic and emitting a bright light. They also reported strange symbols etched on the subject's surface, and they claimed they experienced a range of physical and psychological effects after the encounter. Despite an official investigation, it remains unexplained. There's some I need to research some of these and do some, maybe we'll talk about them for a few minutes on each of them, because there's more in depth on each of them. This is just kind of listing them off. It's not really diving in depth into them. So
Wait, can I ask a question real quick?
yeah,
This is off subject. Are you currently barefoot?
yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
You're never barefoot.
I know. I always have flip flops on at least.
Sorry.
Tis feels weird. Ain't that love?
I saw his flip flops. I'm like,
She asked me earlier, she's like, are you feeling okay? And I was like, yeah, why? She's like, you don't have any shoes on. Your flip flops are in here. And I was like, yeah. Sometimes I don't wear flip flops.
you always have shoes on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Always.
I wear flip flops even like I take them off as I get into bed.
He's like a cowboy. He literally takes his pants and his flip flops.
And in the winter, I keep if it's cold,
Boots.
I keep my boots on until I
Or
get
socks.
in bed. Yeah.
So this is weird.
It does.
It's like you're naked.
It feels weird now that you've drawn attention to it. Now I kind of want my flip flops.
Nope, no flip flops.
I'm getting
You wanna
all
play footsies?
itchy about it. No, I don't like that. Don't touch me with your feet. This says the Gulf Breeze 6 in 1987 and 88 in Gulf Breeze, Florida. Series of UFO sightings took place in Gulf Breeze, Florida in the late 80s. All right, we're gonna ditch this. It's all just a sighting of lights. These are all the
So
same
I can
thing.
kind of believe that because the Gulf is where Pensacola is, and Tyndall Air Force Base.
Gulf Breeze is down, I think, in South Florida.
Oh.
On maybe the West Coast. I could be wrong.
But to be honest, if there was something over by the beach house and further west, I would believe it because we have such a huge Air Force presence over there.
Yeah,
I could see where that could be a thing because before the hurricane, remember, you couldn't see anything in those trees. Remember?
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's
then
true.
after,
So now it's all clear.
But now it's all clear, and you can see what do you call it, a bunker? Where you see those half circle, where it's an entrance into something, and they have signs all along the highway that say, not bombing. What does it say? It says live
test range, live ammunition, do not enter. Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff through that highway between Mexico Beach until you get to the end of Tyndall Air Force Base.
Yeah.
And now that all the trees are gone, you can see all of their little
It's cleared out. Yeah.
The Secret Service is going to be here soon because you're sharing too much. But
people know.
People do know.
People know.
But it's funny because every once in a while, because I'm on the Facebook page for Mexico Beach, and every once in a while, someone posts did you hear that loud bang? That loud boom. So they hear it and they're doing
Sometimes
it.
it's the jets getting what is it,
Low.
supersonic or whatever when they break the sound.
Because they do it over the beach.
Yeah.
When we're sitting out on the beach, all of a sudden you just hear one and they go boom and it just takes off.
They fly in.
But they do it over the beach, not over civilian territory, which, is great, but...
All right, so that list is kind of a bust, I'm going to be honest. Because it's just, all of them say, it gives you the date and the location. It says, a bright light was seen. Okay. I mean, it's like there's no videos or
Do you-
anything linking to
Do you
it.
remember that night you stood outside for 30 minutes waiting for a star?
You've already
move?
talked about that on here. God, you made fun of me on another episode. Jeez. Did we talk about Betty and Barney Hill? Have I ever mentioned them?
Betty and Barney Hill?
You remember that?
No.
All right. I'm gonna Google this because I want to get the date right. This was one of the first reported UFO.
Betty Barney Hill? Is that?
Betty and Barney Hill.
Oh, you typed it in as Betty Barney. You typed the N in there.
Well, that's okay. Google's smart. Okay, this says 61. So wait. I guess for some reason I thought this was before Roswell, but it's not. It says it's September 19th of 61.
How do you know the Roswell date, but we can't remember our wedding anniversary?
I don't remember the actual date, although I want to say it was March 20th. I'm going to look it up. I'm on my phone a lot here. Hold on. July. I was off. July of 47.
That explains why you
All
can't
right.
remember.
Well, let me dive into this because I know enough about this one. Betty and Barney Hill. This was a couple in 61, which I don't know if this pertains to the story, but I'm going to mention it. Interracial couple back then, which was kind of, whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I mean, I think I want to say he was white and she was a black lady. But they were
love.
driving somewhere back late at night. It's up north, New Hampshire, somewhere like that. They saw a craft, basically. And from what I remember the story, it came down and landed. They pulled the car over. Like, what the hell is that? Because back then, like, after Roswell happened, there wasn't, like, they covered up. Roswell got big, like, years and years late, like 30, 40 years late. Like, it blew up again.
Yeah.
Because people started going, oh, what this
Whatever
got
happened to
covered
it.
up.
Yeah.
When it first came out, the media and everyone just said, oh, it was a weather balloon, blah, 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 blew it. So, like, it didn't become a thing. There wasn't a lot of UFO talk back then.
Yeah.
They, from what their story is that they pulled over, they saw the craft, and then from what I remember, something happened, and they have a big time gap where they're missing time. Let me look it up because I don't want to just
Missing time, like they don't remember, or they were just gone.
A big thing with a lot of
like people don't remember them.
A lot of abduction stories is what they call missing time, where people. Like there was one, I thought I told you about this, but
You did.
But the guy was there. He's driving, and he was with his family. He said his family had fallen asleep, and they were driving on vacation or something. It's midnight, whatever. He's trying to. So he knew he was like an hour out. So he was supposed to be there at like 1 a.m. And he said he pulled over. Wife and kids are asleep. Pulls over. Stops to have a cigarette. I guess this was more 80s, 90s probably. Where
you didn't smoke in the car with the kids.
Yeah, while you're driving. So he pulled over, had a cigarette to wake up. And then I guess he said he woke up back in the car and they were like driving, like he said they were, or he kind of like came to, he said, and it was like 5 hours later and they were like an hour away still or something. It was something. So
Yeah.
What missing time is where like people will be doing something and then there's like a gap where they can't remember what happened for 3 hours. Like they're out in a field or something and they're hanging out and then it's almost like the aliens abduct them, zap their memories or something. And then they wake up back in the field, and it's been 4 hours. But it's almost like they're like, "Well, did we fall asleep? Did we just fall asleep for 5 hours or whatever?" So, let me look up this Betty and Barney Hill. Like, we're not in a hurry here.
No, we're not. And you can edit it.
So I can get kind of this is I do remember this. They did some. They even have there's a historic thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is This is one of the most famous. This is right up there with Roswell. I'm surprised we haven't even talked about this before.
Never heard of it.
So it says they driving to Portsmouth, I'm assuming, from a vacation in Niagara Falls in Montreal, just south of Lancaster, New Hampshire. I'm okay. Don't worry. Betty claimed to have
Sorry.
Betty claimed to have observed a bright point of light in the sky that moved from below the moon and the planet Jupiter. I don't know how she knew that. Yeah, upward to the west of the moon while Barney navigated. Betty reasoned that she was observing a falling star, only it moved upward. Because it moved erratically and grew bigger and brighter, Betty urged Barney to stop the car for a closer look, as well as to walk their dog. Barney stopped at a scenic picnic area just to the area south of Twin Mountain. I remember this. Betty looked through binoculars, observed an odd-shaped craft flashing multicolored lights travel across the face of the moon. Because her sister had several years earlier said that she had seen a flying saucer, Betty thought it might be what she was observing. Just reading through here.
Well, so her sister saw something before, and now she's seeing it.
So
so maybe there's something.
That's another thing where a lot of these podcasts where people see ghosts and UFOs, members. It happens to all of them. A lot of times the parents saw them, and people will tell stories where they say they were abducted as kids and stuff, but they say it's happened their whole life. They abduct them over and over and over again. And they see UFOs over and over and over again.
Well, why haven't I been abducted? Didn't we? So I've had an X-ray of my spine before, and I have an extra vertebrae, which is.
We talked about that.
We've talked about
It's
this.
like alien DNA.
So why am I not being in?
Maybe because you're just an alien. You're just a plant here.
Maybe that's why I'm so weird and quirky.
All right, hold on. So the Hills said they continued driving on the quiet and isolated road, moving very slowly. At one point, the object passed over a restaurant and signal tower and came out near the old man of the mountain. Betty testified that it was at least 1.5 times the length of the granite cliff profile, which is 40 feet long, and it seemed to be rotating. The couple watched as the silent, illuminated craft move erratically and bounce back and forth. All right, let me skip down here. Because there's... So it said, the craft hovered about 80 to 100 feet above their 57 Bel Air and filled the entire field of view in the windshield. It reminded Barney of a huge pancake, he said. Carrying his pistol, Barney strapped. He carrying that guy on him. He gonna shoot an alien. He stepped away from the vehicle and moved closer to the object. Using the binoculars, Barney claimed to have seen 8 to 11 humanoid figures who were peering out of the craft's windows, seeming to look at him. Let me scroll down here. Basically, so this says the silent craft approached to what Barney estimated was within 50 to 80 feet overhead, away from him. Barney feared being captured by these creatures, ran back to the car terrified. As the Hills sped away, they heard a strange beeping sound and they fell into a daze. When they awoke, they realized they were now outside of Concord. Barney reported it to the National Investigations Committee on Aerial Phenomenon.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, apparently.
Is that where our tax dollars go?
Back then.
You can keep talking
What?
about it. I'm going to read this real quick. Keep talking about it.
But the big thing was they had missing time. This is just, the first thing I pulled up was Wikipedia. If we were going to talk about this, I would have looked into it a bit more and found some other stuff. And I don't like reading Wikipedia because it's kind of it's got too much detail and not enough of the stuff that you're actually looking for, quotes and stuff from them. But the thing that I read, they put both of them under hypnosis, and from what I remember from some of the stuff I've heard and seen before, they believe she was like they were both abducted because there was something in there about them having a missing time of a few hours, like that part where it said they were in a daze and awoke back on the road. They had like a missing couple hours, and they put both of them under deep hypnosis or whatever, like the time what do they call it, time regression or whatever, where it goes back in and they were able to pull those memories or whatever out where she remembered stuff.
So there's a whole separate block here that says Betty's dreams. It said 10 days after alleged UFO encounter, Betty began having a series of vivid dreams, which continued for 6 successive nights. I have a speech problem. She stated that the experience then with a degree of detail and intensity that she had never had before. After the 5th night, they stopped and never reoccurred, though they occupied her thoughts during the day, blah, blah, blah. In November 1961, Betty began writing down the details of her dreams. In one dream she had, Barney encountered a roadblock and men who surrounded their car. She lost consciousness but struggled to regain it. Then she realized that she was being forced by 2 small men to walk in a forest at night and seeing Barney walking behind her, though when she called to him, he seemed to be in a trance or sleepwalking.
All right, so here's the deal. I mean, I personally think if aliens are real, which I believe they are, I think that they have the capability to put you into some kind of trance, like, and it's almost like the Men in Black type of thing where they hit you with that thing. They can reset your memory when they put you back, because people have reported like where they've woken up and been like they've been in the house but like not in their bed. And people say, oh, well, it's sleepwalking, whatever. But then they have these memories and they start having these dreams and stuff. Because it's like they don't get all of the memory out.
So I used to sleepwalk as a kid, and then it went away. But I only sleepwalk now when I was pregnant. And I don't sleepwalk anymore.
Because of our alien children.
Because I'm an alien?
Yeah.
Because I have an extra vertebrae?
I
actually have a tail. It's fractured.
You have a tail? Everyone has a tailbone.
But mine has an extra thing in it.
Yeah, so you're one of those lizard people. Have we talked about the lizard people?
Is that why my back always hurts? So I've talked about this with my chiropractor.
We talked about it on an episode, but like the thought is that that part of the reason humans, as we get older, have a lot of back problems, knee problems, and stuff like that is our bodies were designed by whoever to live in lower gravity. Mm-hmm. So all the gravity eventually starts to wear out your knees, wear out your vertebrae, stuff like that. So that's why everybody, when they get older, their knees and their back and all that start hurting. Because in lower gravity, that wouldn't be an issue because everything's kind of...
Then I strongly believe that I am, because my back, I have days where I can't move. And I didn't even do anything.
Well, you think about like how...
All I did was sleep.
Think about how skinny aliens are.
I know.
Right? But... They don't use muscles much because they don't have to. Everything floats.
Yeah.
Like when you're in space, you don't really need muscles because everything just floats to you. So like if I were to throw you something across the room, it just floats to you. And
I don't have to shoot off the ground.
Like I don't have to use muscles to like propel that to you. So
maybe that's part of my problem. I'm too much alien.
Maybe that's why you got a bad back.
Oh, you're so lucky. You married an alien.
Great.
Thanks. Give me a kiss.
No, I'm okay. Anyway, wow. I was gonna say something. You threw me off with your forward advances.
I have given you forward advances all day. Like, shouldn't throw you off.
Oh, let's talk about the aliens and being skinny. I think it's amazing that I'm able to get through this at all with all the burping and the interruptions and stuff. Like it's just, I should be given some kind of medal.
That's what makes us.
It makes us?
It makes us.
Okay. I wanted to show you this. This was one other thing. There is. This is in California.
Ugh.
Since we're talking about aliens.
Sorry.
I'll see if
I didn't mean that in a negative way, but kind of.
Well, let me show you this. I saw this. This was a guy. Jesus, bro. Can you get it under control?
There, it's all out.
Like, is it? I don't believe you.
So, why couldn't I do the Krispy Kreme eating thing? Because 1 dozen was over 200 calories. Oh, no, it was 1,400 calories. That's what it was.
Pause on this. Sam wanted to try to take down.
No, not try. I know I can. I've done it before.
Okay,
numerous
Sam
times.
wanted to eat a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts on the podcast in one sitting in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it takes.
5 minutes. Under 5 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes.
I told her.
What do you think I am? 30 minutes. Like,
I told her I didn't think it was a good idea because I said it will probably make you extremely sick
'Cause I don't
to
eat-
eat that much sugar.
I don't
And
eat sugar anymore. So
Yeah.
I
I
probably
was
shit my
like-
pants.
We can do it if you want. We did the math on it.
1 donut is
190 calories.
190
so it was-
calories.
I'm not going to do it in my head. Let me do it. 1 times 2,280 calories.
So to be clear,
Like,
that
that's-
is probably twice as more than calories I take in a day.
Yeah. Like you're on like Sam's on like a very, well, you'd be surprised. With the beer you drink, it's probably much higher than that. But
there's no sugar.
food-wise-
But there's no sugar in this.
But
Well, it
food-
breaks down to
yeah,
sugar,
you-
but
you
there's
eat-
no
you eat-
sugar in it.
You eat about 800 calories a day in food and like 1,000 calories in beer. So,
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
I told her, I was like, you're going to hate your life if you do it, but if you were to do it next week,
Let's do it next week after I come back from my travel.
all right.
Oh, God, my travel.
If you want to do it, are you going to just do it on here like while we're talking? You're just going to hop, hop, hop. Just,
Yeah, because everyone talks about like, oh, you gotta go get Krispy Kreme and the lights on. I'm a true like Krispy Kremer. The light doesn't have to be on. I can eat a dozen, whether they're hot or not. I have been known to eat a dozen before I got home.
that's gross. I don't.
It's not gross.
I don't think I like them because
You don't like all the frosting.
I think
you don't like
the
the
problem
glaze.
is like when I was in high school, when I worked at that animal hospital, we had donuts every single morning. So every single morning when I worked, I ate donuts, and I would eat a couple of them, and I just got sick of them. And I don't like a lot of sugar to begin with, and like glazed donuts are so sweet.
He prefers a Dunkin' donut because it's a cake donut.
I like Dunkin' because they're not glazed. But I like the chocolate. Like I like just the regular donut with like the chocolate icing on it. That's the go-to.
You don't like the chocolate that just has a little bit of glaze on it at Dunkin'. I've
No
gotten
glaze.
those before.
No glaze. I don't like glaze at all. It tastes like it just ruins the taste of the donut. It just tastes like the bread itself is already super sweet because it's got a shitload of sugar in the donut, like the dough.
The best.
And then when you coat it in some kind of liquidy sugar that hardens around it, I'm like, what are we doing? Why don't we just inject sugar? Like, let me just tie up here and let's just mainline.
Look it up. Which one's older, Dunkin' or Krispy Kreme? I think it's Krispy Kreme.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because it's the original donut.
Krispy Kreme is older than Dunkin' Donuts.
Because it's the original.
I know. And Dunkin' perfected it. Not always the first version's the best. Okay?
I actually hate Dunkin'. I will not eat a Dunkin' donut. I will not.
You're so much better. I'll take Publix donuts over Krispy Kreme.
Like the ones in the bakery?
Yeah. Because they're not covered in glazed sugar. A Dunkin' Donut is like a Dunkin' Donut is like a 2-bite, like a half of one, and I'm like, it's so sweet.
All right.
But I don't really eat a lot of sugar.
Next
So-
weekend, y'all want to see it? Drop your comments. I'll eat a dozen, and we'll put a time limit on it. 5 minutes.
You're not gonna do it in 5 minutes.
I can eat a dozen Krispy Kreme in 5 minutes.
There's no way.
Okay, so anyone who's been watching Duck Dynasty, because they did the whole revival thing, we went back and watched all the old episodes, which we had already watched because we used to watch them when they originally came on. And Cy and Martin and Jace and Godwin all went to a donut
It was just
place.
a donut shop. Yeah.
And it was, if you can eat this, you can win like a camping trailer or something or whatever. I could have beaten Cy. Cy won it,
I forget how many he ate.
but I could have won it.
It was something insane, like 30 donuts or something.
So that's the thing. Like, even if everybody at work, they're like, you can't eat stuff like that. I'm like, I can. I just don't do it on a regular basis because it's not healthy, but I can. When I put myself to something to eat, I can eat it.
The easiest way to do it, what I've seen, is where people stack them up.
That's cheating.
They stack them up. You
That's
get
cheating.
12 of them, and then you mash them.
Cheating.
So it literally takes it, and they're just compacted into like just
Nope.
an inch or two, and then you just eat it like a burger. Like I
You-
told our son, I was like, "That's how you bulk up for football, right
But that-
there. You
but-
you just take like 6 of them, mash them together."
When they do the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, the 4th of July or
Oh,
whatever it is they do, whenever they do it, like,
Terrible.
you don't smash all the hot dogs together. It's cheating. If they eat one individual.
They dip them in water. It's so gross.
Yeah, not how they dip them. I feel like dipping them in water would make it worse.
Because it's just like it's the bread. It's so gross. Like I follow that guy. I've been tagging you in some of his stuff that does like the food
his fucking
challenges.
burrito, the flaming hot burrito.
You're gonna see. Let me give him a shout out real quick. This guy's. Yeah. All right.
I'm getting another beer.
Huh? You're not gonna need a beer. We're wrapping up here in Panama. Settle down.
Stop calling me Panama.
God, let me just scroll past all the shit you've sent me. Never mind. It's like there's 47 unread Instagram things. I'll look at it. But dude eats like he ate one that was a 13-pound burrito, and it was covered in that red.
Flaming hot Cheeto.
I was like, oh my god, dude! Like, it's just I don't know how you could hold 13 pounds of food.
I would have to eat it on a Thursday because I work from home on Fridays, and it would give me the weekend to get my belly straight.
Well, some
But I can do
some
it.
people say like he just goes and throws it up, and I don't know if that's true. Maybe he does. Like he finishes his challenge and he's like, "Thanks, cool." Like he records them. And I don't know. I'm like, does he just
Stick his finger down his throat?
just go and puke in the bath, like just destroy their bathroom?
No.
Or does it maybe when he goes home? Because the guy's not fat. There is one dude I follow, it's just huge, that does them, and I'm just like, I find it fascinating because I'm like, how are you able to eat
No.
13 pounds of food at one?
So you can't throw that up because of the flaming hot stuff in it. It will tear you, and you can't. You
But
can't
he eats
throw,
like pizzas and like meatball subs
You
and
can't
like just
throw up every time you eat something like that because your esophagus will literally tear in half.
I don't know how you could eat something that's 20,000 calories
And throwing up.
and then not be 300 pounds.
And
I don't see how it's possible.
And throwing up that often, it'll ruin your teeth because you have all that stomach acid.
Well,
that
if he
comes
does
out,
one
it
every
eats
2
away at your
weeks, it
teeth.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
No.
It eats
If
away
you
at
do
your
it once
teeth.
every 2 weeks, then you brush your teeth right after.
It's not brushing your teeth. Like, it has something to do with that. It's the stomach acid will literally eat away at some shit.
Okay.
Look up bulimia.
I'm not going to look up bulimia.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that. All right. Well, let's pause for now. We'll
I
work
didn't
on the...
burp that much.
Huh?
Burp enough.
You burped a whole bunch. It was interrupting the whole podcast. I'm sorry the UFO stuff was a bust. That list...
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
All right, so here's the thing. So,
I gotta... So, here, let me say this. I got to start looking at the list before... Because I was trying not to look at the list.
Yeah.
So that I was kind of surprised by some of them. I just found it. I
were
scrolled through it and I'm like, oh, cool. It's got like 10. I haven't heard of some of these. And that was all but the story is literally, they saw a light in 1980. They saw a light in 1960. I'm like, I wanted a little bit more detail. So maybe I can find a different one for next week.
Because last week's, or the week before's, conspiracies was I feel like it was such a hit. We did so good with it.
Yeah,
we were like,
I like that.
let's look at this.
It's fun. It's fun.
We're thinking
bring
about
up new
different
stuff you haven't heard of.
Yeah.
So, we'll,
But I'm flying, and
I think it was 2 weeks ago we did the list.
Yeah.
Last week, because we talked about some of the ones we didn't know about.
And I have some layovers, and I'm flying, so I'll do some podcast listening, and I'll make some notes. I'll send them to you.
On what?
So I'll make notes in my phone, and I think I can email my notes or message you my notes.
What are you going to listen to?
Whatever you tell me to listen to. So you need to pile me up with some. I fly out at 6.
I can send you down the rabbit hole with so much stuff. I'm going to send you some stuff that's going to terrify you.
I have to. My flight leaves at 6:10 in the morning. I'm trying not to be.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
You're not gonna drive me?
Hell no. Meaning you got to be there that hour early? Like, what are we doing? Like,
I have to probably get up at 3
no.
in the morning. So Monday night, I'm going to bed at like 7.
You have to get there at 3 in the morning.
No, I had to wake up. I had to be dressed because when I land, we get in the car and drive for an hour, and then I'm at the office. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, if you need to be there by, if it leaves at 6:10, you need to be there like 5:15, 5:20, and then you need to leave here by 4:30. God, that's so early.
Which means I have to get up at like my alarm needs.
That's
to go
nothing
3.
I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning for. There's nothing. Unless it's to go claim my lottery winnings. Like, you won the Powerball. You have to come get it at 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay. Outside of that, hard pass. Sleeping at 4:30 in the morning is sleepy time. Okay?
So, never mind.
What?
Are we done?
You okay? Do you have a stroke? You all right? Settle down, Michael J. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Do better on my list. I'm disappointed.
I'll bring some beers back from Wisconsin.
Okay. Deal.
From the airport.
Yeah.
So what did we have last time? The Tipping Cow one? I don't know. I'll bring home a couple of different ones.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Later.